was a good movie. Don't really have an introduction other than to say it was a good movie. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising Popcorn with Grant. We're back again. We'll have one more review after this one for today, but we're going to talk about a movie. Movies and TVs, what we do here, and today we're talking about a movie called The Sky is Everywhere. The Sky is Everywhere is directed by Josephine, who is a director I'm quickly beginning to love. She did a film which I had only just recently watched a few months ago, Madeline's Madeline, which was quite good. She also did one of my favorite films of 2020, Shirley, and now she's back with The Sky is Everywhere. It's based on a young adult book by Jandy Nelson. And it's produced by A24, and it is now streaming on Apple TV Plus, as well as playing in select movie theaters. And what's the film about? Well, Grace Kaufman plays a young woman. She is, one second. Just want to make sure I credited the actress properly. Got her name right. She's new to me. Yeah, Grace Kaufman. Okay, so Grace Kaufman plays Lenny. She's a high school student. Wants really badly to go to Juilliard. She had a sister named Bailey, who also wanted to go to Juilliard. And as she describes to us at the beginning of the film, when she was young, their mother had died of an aneurysm, and as unfortunately bad luck would have it, during rehearsals for a production of Romeo and Juliet, Bailey also suffers a fatal aneurysm and dies, leaving Lenny all alone with her grief. But she's not necessarily alone. Since their mother's death, she has lived with her grandma, played by Cherry Jones, the terrific character actress Cherry Jones, as well as her Uncle Big, played by the always delightful to see Jason Segel, who has not done a lot of work lately, and it's always nice to see him. And she's trying to cope with her grief. She's kind of lost the ability to play music. She's kind of this musical prodigy who kind of has lost her spark because of her sister's death. She soon falls hard for a young fellow by the name of Joe, who is in her class, but she also begins to spark unexpectedly with Toby, who is her sister's boyfriend, who is hanging around Grandma's garden a little too often because he too is suffering from grief that goes beyond even what she knows, and involving the death of Bailey. There's elements of Bailey's past that she does not know about that have a bigger impact upon her death that I will not give away here. And she soon begins to also feel a bit of a romantic spark for him. And it causes even further complications to this grieving young woman. And which are often portrayed in these kind of fantastically, almost Lovely Bones-esque kind of fantasy sequences. I'm gonna rhyme with it. I love this movie. I thought this movie was really, it's been kind of getting no attention. They haven't been advertising it much. It's an A24 film that's going straight to Apple Plus. It has, for an A24 film, a pretty piss-poor critical score. It's like 66%. I love this movie. Do I think it's as good as Shirley? No, I do not. Or Madeline's Madeline. I think it's probably her weakest of her three films that I've seen, feature films. But I still really love this film. And I still think that Josephine is one of those filmmakers that I just love seeing her imagination on screen. She has this kind of amazing visual sense. Grace Kaufman, and there's a reason I wanted to give her proper credit. She's a voice actress. She's also done some work on the CBS sitcom Man with a Plan, which I have not watched. This is kind of my first real time seeing her. I think this is pretty much her big film debut. She is effervescent in this movie. She's so good, and the way she plays the part, she plays a character that I think in the wrong hands could have been insufferable. In not only the fact that she kind of speaks in poetic sort of grace notes, but also in the fact that she's a teenager who's grieving and makes very irrational, poor decisions and can kind of lash out at people unexpectedly. But she gives it kind of a soul. Like, her performance is so good that you really can't fault her, and her scenes with Cherry Jones and Jason Segel, even though there's not as many as you may think, are lovely. There's kind of a couple of wonderful exchanges with the Jason Segel character, who's become sort of a father figure to her and her sister, and is also struggling with his grief. He kind of is more of a comic relief, but he's struggling, and you can see like the cracks begin to show. Same with Cherry Jones, who kind of is a little more militant in her moving on, and kind of gets a little bit pushy to a degree, but that's also because her heart's broken too. I mean, she loved this girl like a daughter, and so you see all this. It's about the layers of grief, and I really love this film. There's not much more to say about it. Skies Everywhere is great. The only thing keeping it from the top of the heap, I can't quite give it the full 5-star salute, simply on the basis of, I do think it's weaker than the other Josephine Decker's other films. Also, I think it does get, especially, it's a little long in the tooth, and it gets a little repetitive in the middle. It kind of, there's too many scenes of, I love you, you broke my heart, that kind of stuff, where it's just like, okay, you could have cut maybe two of those scenes instead of 4 of those scenes. Otherwise, I really love this film. And I loved its filmmaking, and I still cannot wait to see what Josephine Decker does for her 4th feature. And I'm going to give, I'll give The Skies Everywhere 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a solid, really great teen film. This is a really good one. Go check out The Skies Everywhere. It's not getting enough love. Go check it out. Alright, so trailer trash, none. Watch on Apple TV Plus. Okay, technically they had a quick little ad for The After Party, which I guess is an Apple TV show. Otherwise, no trailers. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Okay, we will be back a little bit for the in-between, and we'll have other reviews to come, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's supposed to do. So I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at raised-on-popcorn-with-Grant. Excuse me. Some of you already have. But even if you haven't, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's really important. And go check out The Skies Everywhere. And, thank you all. Take care, and until we meet again, we're always on popcorn, make my life extra better. And I'll see you next time. Take care.